You want die like last men visit Amazonia?
What'd they die of?
Crushed pelvises.
Yes!
So I watched a video by a small channel by Let's Talk Comics, which is larger than me, so shit, I guess call me a micro channel. His thumbnail was pretty good. It made me click on it. It worked. Why Spider-Man and Wonder Woman would absolutely love each other. I don't know if he's trying to ship them. I think he is. I can see a couple USPS boxes, but it got me thinking. So I sat down and watched it. That, and it's always cool to support a small creator. So give him a watch, give him a like, all that good stuff. One of the things that he mentioned from the jump is something that you should really pay attention to. It's something that old school people would roast, cook, and mock you for, which is mental health. Like, don't get me wrong, the mental health, it sounds cringy, but at the same time, the shit's actually really important. There is a lot of mentally ill people, especially going into 2025, especially with the things and the way that they're trending, making bad shit worse. So mental health, take care of it. And no, this ain't no ad. Fucking wish it was though. I'd bust. But I believe he's shipping them. And shipping is fun to do. If you're a soft soy latte drinking beta like myself, sometimes it's just fun to ship characters. Batman and Wonder Woman, me and Wonder Woman, me and Zatanna, me and Rogue, ooh, me and Storm, ooh, and whew, Mercy, me and Raven. So yes, I enjoy shipping superheroes. Not all of us wear capes, haha. But yeah, okay, this video, let's go over it. So he mentioned some of the basics. They have shared core values and they have a drive to protect others. They both have shared mottos, compassion, you know, all that other good stuff. Spider-Man does the responsibility jam, while Wonder Woman is the protect and serve kind of person. You know, I wonder if she was born in America, she'd probably be a cop. Her being a cop would actually be a pretty sick Elsewhere story, powered and or depowered. Because you know she's going to get put in some situations to where it's like, should I be following these orders? These orders are they're kind of fucked. She'd be like, man's orders. And then she finds out it's like a female congresswoman or senator or something that's actually issuing these orders. And she's like, oh, hey, I'm just saying, regardless of race or gender or whatever the fuck, I know people like to do the man bad thing, and fair enough. But at the same time, anyone is capable of being a shitbag. There should be plenty of DC stories to showcase that. And the only reason is more so showing that males are evil or whatever the fuck is just because there was just more males with power. Big promise, if this was a society set up to where it was women that were large and in charge at every step of the way from the beginning, big promise, it would be predominantly female villains. That's just what it is. If black people were the ones that were calling the shots all over the planet, it would be predominantly like black villains and so on and so forth. Latino, Asian, so whichever one dominates that space as far as like the general makeup of things, that's just what it's gonna be. So just a side tangent. Anyways, back to it. You know, another side note while I'm thinking about it too, both of them having different backgrounds would be kind of interesting. But don't the majority of superheroes have because he mentions the compassion and drive to protect others things, but isn't that par for the course? Like he says, yeah, they do both. They do the whole great power and great responsibility thing, and then they use their power with care. But again, don't a lot of other superheroes just do this already? Superman's even commented on it before. I remember that too. It was right before he rocks Darkseid shit, which is very funny and very satisfying.
Can't you see that it's hopeless?
That man won't quit as long as he can still draw a breath. None of my teammates will. Me? I've got a different problem. I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. You can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
And we'll call Let's Talk Comics LTC for now. But he also mentions prioritizing doing the right thing at all costs, doing the right thing and losing everything in the process. They use the pain in their lives to make themselves better people. I mean, this is what Batman does, which is probably why people also ship Batman and Wonder Woman too. I like that much better than the Batman I guess Batman Superman, haha. But I like that better than the Superman Wonder Woman thing. I'd say they probably a little gay for each other, just a little bit, just a smidgen. The Superman and Wonder Woman thing has always been like really boring to me. And I guess when you think about it, like they're both, in a way, they're both outsiders. They're both aliens to America at bare minimum. So it's just it's boring. Like I need Superman to be with somebody that's like diametrically opposed to him. Give him like Frost or some shit. Nah, too far? Yeah, you're probably right. Poison Ivy? I don't know. There's really not enough mainline roster girls on the DC's lineup that I know of. Tomorrow Woman, Lady Martian, you just have to make them age appropriate. Actually, you know what? You know what would be really sick? Superman and Cheetah. That would be sick. And no, it has nothing to do with being like 20 or 30% furry. Yeah, it might. But yeah, I think when I saw the thumbnail, I was like, ooh, I ship it. But I don't know. I still kind of ship it, but this is anything you can swap with any other character. All of the good traits and stuff like that, you can just, Superman has these traits, Spider-Man has these traits, Zatanna has these traits, Batgirl, the Green Lantern, and almost any of the Green Lanterns, not all of them, a lot of them, enough of them. Jessica Cruz, Miss Martian, The Flash, Captain America, on either side, Marvel and DC, so on and so forth. Like the vast majority of them have these same traits. Like really, you could just swap out on this thumbnail that he put up, you can just swap out either one of those with any one of them and then also put the same text in there and just, you know, swap out the names too, and it would probably fit. No hate to Let's Talk or LTC, but that's just what it seems like. You could have some like The Question or Constantine. They're both kind of dicks, but that's what makes them more interesting though. And don't get me wrong, these are all good traits to have. On paper, if you were filling out a form, you'd of course want to check all these boxes: caring, selfless, a mentor, ethical, integrity, all that jazz, like an ensemble. But it just makes me wonder actually, like what actually makes a good superhero spouse or like superhero couples? Because it's just, I guess it's in the power sense, like rich people. Yeah, like rich people couples. It's kind of boring to me. Two people with a lot of power, that's kind of boring. And it's like, what makes for good superhero spouses in general? Or at least what makes them more interesting? Because let's be real, that is what they're there for in the first place. That's literally why they exist. If they are not entertaining or interesting in any capacity, unfortunately, they cease to exist. Haha, maybe we're a comic strip because I guess when we cease to be interesting, then maybe we'll all stop existing. That's what it seems like, because we keep going through dumbass shit when we really don't have to. And it's just, well, it's entertaining, I guess. You kill a couple of people. You cause mass suffering. You know. But let's say that sales isn't a factor. I get it's like any relationship to a degree. Close proximity, bars, friend of a friend. It can happen naturally, but the thought to me is just, like I said, it's just really boring. But then again, Superman and Lois Lane, that's also kind of boring. I think they're cool people, but yeah, together, they're kind of boring. I wonder what would make interesting spouses in general in comics. Like maybe I've not read enough, because a lot of the spouses are just really boring to me, I guess, except Ollie and Black Canary. Those two blondes together, they're visually boring, but they're pretty cool. Something, or at least between these two, that would make it interesting at the very least is the fact that Spider-Man can outthink enemies, and I would say outthinking people is a pretty hot trait. Like smart is sexy, even though it's kind of demonized now, but it's really cool in real time. Smarts is a nice hat trick. It's just hot to have somebody who can think quick on their feet. Now granted, I personally would fight Spider-Man for Wonder Woman. Sure, I'd lose, because hey, they don't sell radioactive spiders at Walmart. If I get bit by one, I'm just gonna get cancer probably. Actually, no question. And no super strength, no webs when I orgasm, no spidey senses. Damn, no Spider-Gwen. That sucks. That does actually suck. Also, are spiders able to sense danger? Like, cause they seem pretty easy to murk. Anyways, Wonder Woman and Spider-Man, they both embody that everyman's hero, and I agree with this. They both have the experience with mentoring people. They do the next generation thing. Peter Parker with Miles Morales, Diana with their own teams. God, I forget the name of the character that she was mentoring, but they both have experience with this, and I agree with this. Like that's fine. It would be funny as fuck though for Green Goblin to go after all of Spidey's loved ones, since he's mentioned that before, and then you just have Deanna right behind him, like the Undertaker meme. He mentioned more good traits. Yeah, the good traits are fine. It didn't add anything. They would complement each other well, I would say. On a side note, like goofy and spry Spider-Man with some good amount of strength, and Wonder Woman stalwart and straight on, especially when hands are thrown, they would actually be pretty sick to see fight side by side. That shit would actually go crazy. Yeah, you know what? Verbally and physically, they would, the real talk, they would complement each other very well. Now, she's still stronger than him, which fits my Amazonian kink, haha.
You want die like last men visit Amazonia?
What'd they die of?
Crushed pelvises.
Yes!
Yeah, the traits are good overall. I just wonder if Spider-Man would get friend zoned like he did with that one generic guy MJ chose with the black hair. I deadass do not remember his name. He's so generic. Damn, Would Spider-Man get little broed by Wonder Woman? I feel like that's probably in the cards to happen. He does have some Flash personality, doesn't he? So every time that I've seen the Flash, especially in the animated series, if I've seen Flash and Wonder Woman together, it's more of like a little bro kind of thing. But what sucks is Wonder Woman would be better for him than Mary Jane, that's for sure. Mary Jane's toxic ass isn't good for she isn't good for anybody. She's as bad, if not worse, than season 1 Amber from Invincible. You know, I just had a thought with the whole Spider-Man quips thing. With the way that his humor is, it would be a good contrast to Diana's stoic nature. It would be that one meme with the girl and the penguin. Regardless of where you would land on this, I will say this. They both do make a really good example for why each gender isn't bad. Since we like to be at each other's throats, like all men are terrible, all women are terrible in thoughts and all that other good stuff. If there was another one-off in the future, like with Peter washing up on Themyscira, that would be pretty cool to see. That would actually be sick. I would love to watch or read that. I need a crossover. Like, I wonder how they both would handle the topic of killing in battle. Like, Wonder Woman is she's far more likely to murk you than Spider-Man is. So I wonder how they'd handle the situation mutually, since literally they're fighting to save people, nations, the world, the solar systems, and sometimes galaxies and universes. But all in all, video was cool. It was just something to do. Appreciate you, LTC. Give that man a like. At the bare minimum, it was cool to muse about it, so he gave me that. So shout out to you, LTC. Seriously, y'all, give him a like. And it's good to promote decent people, and he seems pretty decent based on his video, so consider me a fan. All right, well, we done. Y'all get out of here. Get the fuck out.